Good morning, ladies and gents. Beautiful morning here in the Pacific Northwest. And the Ocean King season is upon us here in about 2 weeks. So you want to get in the game if you're not in it already. For sale, we have a Parker 2320 that is in great condition. This thing is shining this morning in the sun. Parker uses very good materials for their boat building process, and this is a shot of the Carolina bow flare, they call it, and it is looking good. This boat is looking good. I'm going to give you guys a little walkthrough here, and we'll show you some of the upgrades I did to the boat and just kind of show it off. So back down here to the hull. The hull is looking great, like I said. Lots of life left in this boat, lots of life. Barely broken in. These Parkers are so tough. A couple little anomalies I want to point out here. There is a little bit of shadow, if you will. It needs to get wet sanded by a good glass guy. That's from the fender. Both the shadows I'm going to show you, it's because the fender ties up here, hangs down, and rubs. When the wind blows the boat around and it's tied up at the dock, it just kind of rubs. Really not that big of a deal. There is a scratch right here. It goes to about here. Looks like it's showing up in the video. The scratch, I want to say, is about 18 inches long. And to be honest, it shows up better in the video than it does in real life. I'm just kind of a picky person, so it bothers me a little bit. But like I said, a good glass guy will be able to fix that, no problem. It's probably be a pretty inexpensive fix. It should be. Back to the walk around. This boat was well maintained. I waxed it twice a year. I owned it since new in 2016. Parker logo. There's another little cloudy spot right here in this area. Same thing. Fender rub. Parker uses really good hardware. Nice, classy, flush-mounted cleats, heavy-duty hardware. Stainless rub rail all the way around. Transom's looking good. Clean rigging. The kicker's tied into the main. The Yamaha T99. That T stands for thrust, if you didn't know. If you did, disregard. And the Yamaha 300, the mighty Yamaha 300. The 300 pushes this boat perfectly. This is perfect power. I've probably driven maybe a half dozen boats offshore, singles, twins, and this thing is so cool with the Yamaha 300. It's just got perfect power. So I've literally had 40 October size albacore, September size albacore, hundreds of pounds of ice, maybe 500, 600 plus pounds of ice. 4 big guys, 4 big fishermen. This thing's just, oh yeah, and a 50-gallon bait tank, full, 50 gallons of seawater, all the gear, everything. And you'll get back home way before your buddies. And this boat rides really good. And I'll tell you why. There's a secret to it. That's the perma-trim plate. That's a performance plate. That plate helps keep the bow down, helps the boat ride ride more bow down. It's also got 12x18 trim tabs, and that helps the ride as well. Back to the Yamaha 300. That's a 4-blade performance prop. That's aftermarket. That gives you more low-end torque. Let's just face it, you're not gonna run 50 miles per hour on the ocean or the Puget Sound on some days. And it burns a lot of fuel anyway. So the 4-blade helps. It's just basically a low prop. With a 3-blade, a stock 3-blade, your top speed is gonna be about 49, 50 mile an hour, 6,100 RPM. With the 4-blade, you're gonna be mid 40s, probably 55, 5,600 RPM. Offshore bracket. It's got a little owie right there. Just a little bit of rubbage. That's just, sometimes just the wind picks up and it gets you. It happens to the best of us. Boarding ladder, if you're a diver, it's also real handy for getting on the boat when it's on the trailer. Back to the starboard side. Look at that gel coat. This boat is ready to fish. It's a killer, certified killer. This thing is locked, cocked, and ready to rock. Needs nothing. Go get your salmon, go get your albacore, go get your halibut, whatever you want. 1.25 inch bow rail. Garmin electronics throughout the boat. That's the pilot house. Navigation light, obviously. Second station. The port controls are for the kicker. You can do everything right there. You don't have to mess around with the tiller or anything. Start it, idle it, go forward, go backwards on the kicker. The kicker is a mechanical controls. The controls on the other side are binnacle controls, fly-by-wire. That's for your main. You do everything there. Start it, trim it, put it in gear, whatever you want to do. It's got 2 stations. It's got 15 rocket launchers, 50-gallon bait tank, 3 more rod holders. For gaffs, whatever you got. Large fish deck. 4 guys, no problem. Maybe even 5. If your friends are small, maybe 6, I don't know. It's kind of up to you. I always liked about 2 to 4 people on the boat. Just a little bit of dirt on the deck. It's just kind of an ongoing process. Got 4 holders for your downrigger balls. 2 port, 2 starboard, Y4. Sometimes you like to have an extra ball. Wash down unit, nice for cleaning up blood, mung, pine needles, whatever. Got a little utility knife holder there, pliers, little hooks, whatever you want to do. Kind of a temporary storage place. And the cabin. So electronics wise, got the 1040 XS Garmin unit. This is a 2014 model, so kind of dated. Over on the other side, we got the 8610 XSV. This is the latest and greatest. You can plot charts, you know, you can plot a course. It'll control the autopilot. You can do your, you know, like a nav chart. I'm inside of a metal building right now, so last time it was on was in La Push. Do a fishing chart. This has got a relief shading subscription. Kind of show you just bottom contours, rocks, things like that. Real nice. I've been extremely happy with Garmin. And then you can do your sonars. Right, it's turned off right now like it should be. This is your GHC autopilot control. If you see trial, I can walk you through all this. It's a little bit to learn, but quite honestly, it's not that bad. One thing I like about this is you can do a pattern steering. So if you're, you know, out and you want to do a zigzag kind of troll, it'll set you up. Do your, you know, however you want to set it up. You guys get it. Another deucer, like I said, is a little bit older technology, but, you know, I still like to use this one a lot. I do a lot of my just waypoints and, hey, how far is this place, all my chart plotting, things of that nature. You can do a radar overlay. Turn your radar on like this. And 1, 2, 3. We're in a metal building right now, but the radar works really good. I kid you not, I found a bunch of birds. Excuse me, I was tuna fishing out of Westport. You know, we're bombing Southwest with the fleet, and I had my bird mode on. And off in the distance, about 6 miles out, I think, found a flock of birds, found a big school of tuna. Everybody else ran over them, and they all went about another 10 miles. I called a few buddies back and turned them around, and we all had a good day. So the radar works really good. All the electronics are top-notch, ready to go. This is the Yamaha command link. This will just do like your RPM, how much fuel you've burned. See, it says how many, the voltage of the battery, the engine temperature, oil pressure, speed, how much fuel you're burning. You can go in and look at your trip. I've used almost 37 gallons of fuel the last time I was out. The distance is kind of accurate, hours maybe. It's actually got more hours than I thought it did. It's up to 880, almost 900 hours. You can record all your maintenance here. It looks like in 35 hours, I got a 100-hour maintenance due. Might just do it now, actually. Compass, 2 helms, like I pointed out, fly-by-wire controls. It's all electronic, no stiff linkages or anything like that. That's just the automatic retract on the Lenco trim tabs. Got suspension, captain's chairs. Got a little bit of storage there. Some more storage right there. That's your autopilot. This boat came with a factory bench seat. I hated it. So I have a forward-facing bucket with another suspension unit. You can sit on this thing. It's pretty comfortable, actually. It might not look like it in the video, but it's probably my second or third favorite place to sit. You can keep drinks in there, whatever you want. That's your ditch bag. It's got a EPIRB, first aid kit, all that comes with the boat. You got some storage right there. I just like to keep little downrigger parts, just random stuff in there. There's another one right there as well. I think that one's empty. You can put a porta potty in it or a toilet. It's plumbed. It came from the factory's one. I never really used it, so just took it out. Be real easy to put back in. It does have the factory cushions. They're really nice. They've never really been on the boat except when I bought it. I just took them out and stored them. I put that little hook right there to kind of just hold stuff, kill bags and such. You got a little bit of net storage right there if you want to keep towels or whatever you want in there. Back to the fish deck. You got massive fish deck on this boat. Nice fish storage. As stated earlier, these are the burn winds ×4. You can just put that in there like that and it'll hold your rod. I didn't click it in. Oh, yeah, I did. But you could turn it each way. You could turn it aft, you could turn it forward. Like I said, it's splined, so you can kind of control the offset, if you will. It's a little nick right there. I just put a little epoxy over it. I think it's from a pipe jig. And just a little bit of random, just dirty spots. Got a bait tank lid. I actually have a clear lid for the boat as well. This is just people cutting bait and stuff, little marks. Lots of fish storage. Like I said, it's deceivingly, it's big. It's probably not as small as people think. Sometimes things in videos, you know, they just don't always show everything accurately, but you can put a lot of fish in there, no problem. With kill bags, you can hold even more. Yamaha 300. Trumpet horns. I think that's it. Please contact me if you have any questions. Be happy to answer them. It's a great boat.